Hello, friends. Good to see you all again. Before we go into more technical stuff about music, I want to talk a little bit about aesthetics in music. Aesthetics itself is a branch of philosophy that deals with nature of art, beauty, and taste in music. Aesthetics discusses what is beautiful, what is interesting, what is exciting, what is uplifting, and what is entertaining, with art forms like music, painting, drama, sculpture, literature, and dance. As per Indian philosophy, the beautiful is experienced through any one, two, or all of the five senses of perception. Hindustani Sangeet is known as rasa, which literally means juice, sap, or flavor. Putting all the dictionaries together and finding the meaning of what music is, here is what music is. Music is vocal or instrumental sounds combined in such a way as to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotions. Let us explore this statement a little bit. So, first part says music is vocal or instrumental sounds combined. So, let's combine some sounds and put them together randomly. Does that create any beauty? No. In the background, you can hear the combinations where I have just played some notes randomly. Mere singing or playing of musical notes correctly or producing melodies correctly also may not translate into creating beautiful music. Beautiful music also needs personal creative inputs and expressions of emotions. Indian scholars of music suggest that using basic three pillars of music with personal touch and artist's own emotional impact to the piece of music creates a perfectly beautiful musical experience, which leads to self-realization. So, what are these three pillars? These three pillars of Indian music are rag, tal, and pad. Rag is what I call melodic matrix. Tal is a rhythmic cycle, and pad means lyrics, words. Rag has no exact equal in other musical practices of the world. I'm going to mention this again. Thousands of years of influences of music from Persian and Arabic nations and last few centuries of European music has still not altered the soul of Indian music. It has still maintained its individuality, its identity. The basic form of rag has remained the same for over 3,000 or maybe even more years. Tal, as you know, refers to a rhythmic cycle. It is unique with a fixed number of beats, repeating patterns, and with specific theka or rhythm structure. Pad is literally the literature or language of music. There are three types of lyrics. First one, non-metrical lyric that has no rhythm, sometimes no rhyming words. Number two, metric structure, metric pad, which has a rhythm. There are rhyming words. There is a beat to it. And third one is sets of syllables that are used to identify certain musical instruments or meaningless syllables that are used in the songs like tarana. The syllables like Nom, tom, tadani, adani, udani, tana, nana, dere dere, etc. Meaning of aesthetics hovers around the theory of rasa, capacity of music to generate, transmit, and stimulate or induce an emotional state is what ras is. Rasa or ras. This, by the way, was a very loaded statement. I'm going to repeat it. The capacity of music to generate, transmit, and stimulate or induce an emotional state is called rasa. Let's now go back and study this statement. The capacity of music to generate. This has to be on both sides, the artist and the listener. Is the artist able to generate the rasa that reaches the transmission part here? Is the artist able to generate the rasa and transmit it to the rasika or the connoisseurs? And does it evoke the same stimulus, the same emotional state that the artist himself or herself is in the rasik? If yes, if it's the same state, if it's the same level of entertainment, if it's the same level of self-realization, then rasik and the artist, they both become one. They both become one. What they call singularity. What they also call rasa anubhuti, which brings a listener or a performer near self-realization. So now you may want to know what type of music will bring that self-realization. Who can decide that for you? Only you. Only you can decide it. You have to decide that. You have to choose that. To me, music is music. It cannot be good or bad. Like all the choices you make in your life and know what is good and what is bad, learn and find out and decide which music is good and which music is bad for you. Don't get influenced by the choices of others. Just because your best friend likes a certain kind of music, you have to like it. No, you don't. Listen to all kinds of music. Listen to jazz, listen to rock and roll, listen to film music from India, listen to film music from Europe. All style, all genres. Keep listening. Personally, I enjoy listening to Debussy as much as I enjoy listening to Pandit Ravi Shankar. So my request to you all is to remove all the biases. Remove all the biases from your mind. Open up your mind. Learn to listen to Western symphonies. Learn to listen to Indian music, South Indian music, North Indian music, Chinese music. Learn to listen to North Indian music, which we are doing right here. While listening to music, ask yourselves, does this music give you the aesthetic experience that we talked about? Listening is an art that needs to be developed and it takes time. Hope this series will help you develop this art of listening a little bit. My request to all of you is not to build an opinion the first time you listen to any piece of music, be it instrumental music or vocal music. Listen to it a few times. Does this music affect you emotionally? Do you respond to it physically? Do you tap on it? Do you appreciate the rhythm? Listen to it again and again with the focus on some technical aspects. Does the background music sound rich? In case of vocal music, does the poetry make any sense? Does it have any literary value? All these years that you have spent in school and colleges learning all these languages, use it now. Use it to analyze whether it's a good language or a bad language. Now is the time to test your knowledge. I'll let you know what my turn-offs are. To me, cheap sounding lyrics are a big turn-off. Double meanings, especially cheesy lyrics, make me think that the music is bad. If that is the only music I have to listen to, if there is no choice, I'm put in a cubicle with songs that have horrible words, then my focus will change from the words to just the technical side of the music. And sometimes music is great. Music is beautiful. As I said, music cannot be bad. Music is music. Sometimes, again, the videos have created a very different dimension to music. Some of the videos are horrible. Don't watch video. If you want to learn to listen to music, yes, find a YouTube video. Don't look at the video, just enjoy the music. So, as I said earlier, it is you who decides which music is good for you. Music is music. Art can never be bad. It is us who have to come up with good, bad, and ugly. To me, an educated analysis of music helps in deciding which music is good for me. If music can affect me emotionally, intellectually, and psychologically, it is good for me. If none of them exist in a piece of music after listening to it a few times, it is bad for me. For some of you, to develop a high level of taste, or what they call aesthetic taste in music, would take some effort. Moving away from the normal music that you continuously listen to would be one of the first steps. Listen to the music that you are totally unfamiliar with. Analyze the beauty. Analyze the technical aspects, the emotional aspects of the music, and become an open-minded listener of all kinds of music. As I said before, and I'll say this again, music is music. Music is an art. Art can never be bad. Well, in today's world, at least you have a choice. Before the dawn of the internet, we did not have that much of choice. Actually, from 1950s to 1970s, whatever the corporate world or the music industry gave us, we listened to it. Fortunately, most of it was good. Only the rich could afford to buy a gramophone record, could afford to own tape recorders. Most of us listened to the radio and we really enjoyed it. Then came the times of cassette tapes. Everyone bought what they liked. You picked music that you liked. Focused only on the type of music that you liked. You spent money. When it comes to spending money, you spend money on the things that you like. You don't spend money on the things that you don't like. So that's what exactly happened. And the same trend followed with the CD production. Finally, internet comes in. Everything becomes free. Everybody wants to collect music on their hard drives. They run out of their hard drives and they go and buy a new hard drive. And finally, thank you, iTunes and other streaming services came up. We pay a subscription for it, but it opens up a whole world of music for us. Spotify, for example, boasts of owning about 80 million tracks, and iTunes owns about 100 million songs. In this series of appreciating North Indian music, my goal is to introduce you to the technical aspects of Hindustani music. As I have mentioned this before, you do not need to learn any instrument. You don't have to. You can if you like. Or you don't need to learn to sing to appreciate music. You don't have to be a singer to be lover of North Indian music. Over the last 40 years of learning both Hindustani and Western music, performing music, listening to various artists, interviewing various artists from classical music to North Indian classical music to ghazal artists to film artists to Western artists, I have come to a conclusion that deeper musical understanding can be developed only after learning technical aspects of all kinds of music. Yes, it takes a long time, and yes, it needs an attitude and yearning to learn. Well, if you have come this far, I'm sure you will continue on this journey. So, on the path to understanding music, just keep these points in mind. Number one, just because it is popular, that does not mean it is good. In the same way, just because the musician or artist is not popular, his or her art is not popular, does not mean they are bad or their music is bad. Number two, keep an open mind. Number three, don't make your judgment by listening to the piece of music only once. Listen to the piece of music again and again and again. Analyze it. Analyze it. That's number four. Analyze the music that you listen to. Analyze it emotionally, technically, and physically. Number five, get moved by the emotional aspect. If the song is funny, laugh with it. If the song is sad, cry with it. Number six, try to understand and see the emotional impact that the artist has transmitted to you. Does it reach you? Are you able to be in the same level with the artist? This is what will get you the state of self-realization. So it's a break time. No new music today for you. No new list, no a song a day list for you. No recommendations. But my request to you is to find music on YouTube, Spotify, Hangama, Savan, Ghana, iTunes, Pandora, whatever you like. Not only Indian film songs. Move away from the music that you listen to. If you are a lover of Indian film songs, listen to Pandit Jasraj. Listen to Shuman. Listen to O.P. Nayyar. Listen to Mozart. Listen to Dilayer Mehndi. Listen to Mehndi Hassan. Listen to R.D. Burman and listen to Yanni even. Listen to Katy Perry and listen to Shreya Ghoshal. Doesn't matter. Develop an open mind for music. Find out which music offers you the maximum enjoyment and the maximum internal peace. And after exploring all the music of the world, come back to these episodes of appreciation of North Indian music and develop a deep understanding of Bharatiya Sangeet or Hindustani Sangeet. Thank you for listening, my friends. Next week, we'll start on the subject that you probably have been waiting for until now. We start exploring what rag means. We start learning about all the properties that make up a rag. There are more than 30. Actually, per some of the scholars, there are about 40 different characters or 40 different aspects to be called it a rag. So let's get ready for the long journey to understand rag. And I don't think I need to remind you, but I will anyways. You know what that is? Please subscribe to this channel if you have not done that already. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.